This is not financial advice. I'm recording my thoughts about UiPath. UiPath is a robotic process automation company. It just reported its earnings and the stock is down by about 15% and it's currently trading at about $13. The main reason for this drop is their forward guidance cut in revenue. Earlier they said they could grow about 22% this year and make $1.09 billion of revenue, but now they're saying they can only grow 12% this entire year and could only make about $1 billion of revenue. Remember, they made about $892 million in 2021, so $1 billion revenue in 2022 only represents 12% growth for this so-called growth stock. So when you are labeled a growth stock who are losing a lot of money and when you only grow at 12%, this kind of drop is expected. Personally, I do not understand why the growth rate has dropped to 12% because this company is supposed to help their customers cut costs with process automation, right? So in the current environment, a lot of companies are trying to cut their costs, so that has to be a plus for UiPath. But their growth is decelerating, so I will have to listen to their CEO during the conference call about why this growth rate is dropping and whether he anticipates the growth rate will get back to 20% plus in the coming years. But for today, when I do an evaluation, I want to assume about 15% growth rate because personally I think this is a short-term headwind, but they will come back to higher growth in the coming years. So if I assume a 15% growth rate for the next 4 years, they will make about $2 billion of revenue with a net profit margin of 35%. They will make about $700 million of net income. With a multiple of 25, they would be worth about $17 billion in 2026. Currently, they have about 544 million outstanding shares, but they also have $1.8 billion of cash. With the current burn rate of cash, they should last for a few years. So I'm only going to assume about 1% dilution in the next 4 years. They would have 579 million outstanding shares in 2026. The stock price would be about $30 at that time. Currently the stock is about 13, right? And we're looking at a 30 reward, but again, we have this uncertainty. So if someone can live with a 2x reward with this kind of risk, this is the buy. But personally, I'm so glad I do not own this UiPath stock.